What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart. Normally we don't talk about a specific cryptocurrency, but we are today. And yes, I'm a Buckeye fan. Buckeye till I die. See the football. You know I got to do it. Let's get straight. Right after this. What's up, everybody? Bitcoin J back. I told you we'd be talking about something near and dear to my heart. And, typically my videos are about a lot of different ways to make money online. Specifically, I've been talking about a company called Westland Storage, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. So if you guys find interest, God, excuse me. If you guys find interest in that, click on it. It's a really great platform to earn cryptocurrency. I made my first withdrawal a couple days ago, almost $800 worth of Bitcoin. So pretty impressive. But again, I'm a little cautious about it. But hey, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm doing it and I'm showing you either my success or my failure. Either way, you're going to see it and you're going to follow me, and I'm going to document it. So I've been trying to be consistent with the videos. Anyway, that link will be in the description. Also, we're going to talk about my favorite cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. And I don't know why I love it. And I've loved it. I wish I'd went all in late last year, probably around November, December timeframe. That's XRP, which is Ripple. Or, XRP as their new design is so states. That's a pretty cool design right here, actually. And yes, you're not going to see my pretty face right now. We're going to go over a couple things. And listen, I'm not the resident expert in this. And if you disagree with anything you're hearing from me, please comment. Hey, I'm not perfect. And we're here to grow. So if you got some expertise that you want to drop, you want some gems of wisdom that you have. And a lot of you guys are a lot smarter than I am about this, but I like talking about it because I'm such an advocate. I deal with guys at my day job. And I deal with just people in general that just are really they're haters. They hate cryptocurrency because they think it's like a threat to something and not a solution, this is crazy. And a lot of people, it's weird. A lot of guys don't even know what fiat currency is. So if you don't know, if you're one of those people who don't know what fiat currency is, Google it. Anyway, we'll talk about Ripple, XRP, and there's a lot of news going on right now. First of all, I don't know if you guys knew this. Maybe you did. Obviously, you do if you're into cryptocurrency. That Facebook and Google had kind of, I don't know if they're the only ones, but they kind of got together to ban cryptocurrency advertisements, which I think is just asinine. The reason I think it's asinine, you're going to ban cryptocurrency advertising, but you're going to allow gambling and all other kinds of things that are kind of a lot more shunned than the cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, there's no reason to shun cryptocurrency. What are you afraid of? So I think they're deeply in bed with the institutions that made them what they are, the big behemoths, billion, trillion dollar companies. So, but anyway, and the nice thing is I got a video that actually Google has unbanned cryptocurrency ads. Obviously, Facebook has unbanned them as well. I think they kind of, again, got together and said, hey, this is kind of stupid, dude. Why are we doing this? I don't know, man. I don't know. So I think they realized they made their mistake. Now they're getting back to business. Now they claim that they're going to do something that's going to work with companies that they find, are legal and do things ethical, which again is retarded. No offense to anybody. That's just, I'm saying this statement makes no sense. It just makes no sense because what are you afraid of? First of all, it's the number 3 cryptocurrencies and sometimes number 2. Matter of fact, it's one of the oldest and most established and most, how can I put this? It's the most researched the most ethical cryptocurrency probably on the entire market. I think what scares them is because there is potential for this cryptocurrency to, infiltrate the system and not be this rogue cryptocurrency, which is kind of, what the enthusiasts loved about cryptocurrency in general. It's, it's against the system. It's behind the scenes. It's peer to peer. We don't need banks. Well, you don't need banks, but you need banks, if that makes sense. Because no matter what, fiat currency is here. And these big institutions are old and long money. So what better way to do something than to infiltrate the system? Okay. And they're smart too. The institutions know. The institutional money has not even really begun to even trickle into the cryptocurrency markets. When that happens, it's going to be crazy. That it's going to be literally insane. And I think XRP is set to absolutely freaking explode. So if you don't have any of it, you need to get on board. And I'll probably, leave a link in the description. If you guys don't even have a Binance account or a Coinbase account, you need one. Okay. Bittrex account. You need these things. You need, these are your methods of buying cryptocurrencies. All right. So, these exchanges are very well known. They're very, respected. So you have no worries. So I'll probably leave a couple of those links in the description as well. Anyway, I was doing a little research here. I looked back at CoinMarketCap, and they have the nice thing about it. I love this website because, obviously if you're a crypto enthusiast, you're going to follow the site. It kind of updates you every day, every minute about the market. What's the number 1, 2, and all up to I think it's 300 or so cryptocurrencies. But anyway, we only pay attention to usually top 50. Really, for me, I pay attention to a couple different factors: what could potentially blow up and what has blown up, and what I can get in and still ride that wave upwards. So now, I did some historical snapshot here. Okay, August 11th, 2013. If I could go back in time, and I'm sure everyone thinks this too, about every scenario, marriage, girlfriend, job, whatever the case may be. Bitcoin was at $103.62. God, I just kick myself. Kick myself. Litecoin was the number 2 cryptocurrency at $2.60. Another kick yourself moment. But check this out. XRP was number 3. All right. Hot on the scene. Now I went back a little further. I didn't see it listed before August 11th. If it was, you guys again leave comments in the comment section. Let me know. All right, let's talk about it. XRP was number 3, and it was 0.00436 cents. Again, you talk about a kick yourself moment. All right. And the reason I say kick yourself moment, let's go back here. Let's look at this. Let's go to 2017. Let's go November. Let's go December, I think, 24th. XRP, see that? Number 4. Ethereum was $688. Bitcoin was 14,000. Sweet Lord. All right, but that still wasn't the high. I think the high was almost 20 grams, like 19.4, 19.6 or something like that. But XRP went from 0.0044 cent to $1.10, and that wasn't its high. All right, think about this. My computer will cooperate, so I apologize for the technical difficulties. All right, we're gonna go back January 2018. Oh man, XRP moved into the number 2 slot, right? It was at $3.19. So, all right, let's do a little math here. Let's say we'd have spent $1,000. Divide that by 0.0044, I think it was, cent. That would have gotten you 227,000 Ripple XRP. So $227,000, or excuse me, 227,000 Ripple times 3.19. Okay, people, math does not lie. Math is the universal language. I don't care where you're at, what universe you're from, what galaxy you're from. Math is that universal language that binds us. That math that makes you want. I'm not into hurting myself, but sometimes, occasionally, I'll pinch myself. I'll slap myself on the right side of my cheek because that's the strong side. And I say, what was I thinking? Why didn't I go all in? Why didn't I go for broke? Because quite frankly, I would have I'd have dumped whatever I had into it. But that's hindsight. See, that's why you have to have a little foresight. Do your research on your cryptocurrencies, because that's how much money you would have had you invested $1,000, held it to at least January when it was $3.19, and sold it. Living la vida loca. That's what we would have been doing. So we missed that boat. Not everybody did. I bought a good chunk of it, but I held it because I just knew that it was going to be $30. Dummy. So one thing you got to learn about cryptocurrency, folks, is when you make a profit, take some out. Don't be a dum-dum, because you could have left some in and still rode the wave, but the wave is still coming because it's going to get incredible. And the reason I say that is you got this guy, this bearable guy that claims Ripple's going to be $589 before the end of the year. Now, I don't know who this guy is. He's some weird dude that's talking about, Ripple's owned by the Rothschilds and it's old. Now it's a possibility. I'm not going to dispute that, because the Rothschilds, you can't even calculate how much money they're worth. And they're always intertwined. They are finance. They are global finance. They financed everything since the dawn of time that we know of. They financed every war. Now, think about how incredible that is. If you don't know anything about the Rothschilds, you need to do your research. Every major banking institution in the world is owned by them. So they're making that real Skrilla, that fettuccine. All right. Which is where we're trying to make. But anyway, that's what he's hinting at, that by the end of the year, it's going to go to 589, because he's insinuating that it's controlled by the Rothschilds, which it's a stretch, but he might not be that far off. Now, here's all I'm saying. XRP is due to come out here. When is XRP coming out? Will Ripple's XRP succeed in a highly volatile XRP and cryptocurrency market? Ripple's go-to cryptocurrency XRP is no stranger to the notorious volatility of the crypto market. After a recent rally, the price of XRP has plunged in the past 24 hours, shedding more than $2 billion in market capitalization. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is a little old. This was published September 25th, so it was yesterday. So, and again, CoinMarketCap, that's what they're following. That is your crypto Bible, because it's just like the stock market. So it's going to follow it every second, every minute. All right. So it says, how will the extreme volatility impact Ripple's soon to be launched XRP based payment solution, XRP? Here's a breakdown of how the product is designed to work alongside dramatic swings in the price of XRP. Market volatility, XRP. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen explains how the company created XRP to give financial institutions a regulatory compliant way to utilize the speed and liquidity of XRP to cross-border transactions. So that's the key. So XRP gives banks the ability to send massive amounts of money in no time, in minutes, seconds, for very little cost. Now that scares the death out of banks, because what do banks make most of their money off of? Fees, transaction fees. Think about that. So the more money you're trying to send, typically it'll take days, as you know. If you've ever tried to send a decent size of money, it's never going to get there in a second or a minute. It's going to take days. All right. They're solving that problem. Now think about how that can seamlessly integrate with a banking system. It makes sense, right? Why would they fight that? Well, the banks make money off of many different avenues. All right. And this is one way that Ripple's or XRP is messing with that. All right. So in this example, a customer is going to a remittance company in the US. Those dollars are now exchanged into XRP through Bittrex, okay, which is a great exchange. It's immediately settled in XRP in seconds. Bitso, an exchange, then provides the exchange between XRP and Mexican peso that can now be delivered to the Mexican bank, which, because they have a real-time system in Mexico, allows that to go into the customer's account very quickly. Now, this now allows payment providers, banks, and their customers to move value in 1 to 2 minutes versus days, or a process that might mask those days but have to charge for the settlement risk and costs. Well, there's fees again that the bank will not get. So that's kind of why they're ruffling their feathers. Now, I'm a believer that the way they're going to integrate and the way they're going to infiltrate the institutions, the banking institutions, financial sector, is they're going to have to come to an agreement to either have some, they're going to get a percentage of XRP and Ripple to make up for the fees that they won't get for charging settlement transactions, transaction fees and such. That would make a little sense. And why not? Who cares? Just get it done. Get her done. Get in there, man. You gotta get your toe in there. First step, get your toe in. All right? Right? I think you're shaking your head, so I assume you agree. All right, cool. All right. Now, according to Ripple, the actual amount of time that XRP is involved in the process of an XRapid transaction is so short, the volatility of XRP becomes irrelevant. So people think it's going to be, it's going to be this problem. It's not going to work. That's not true. Ripple's head of product, Ashish, excuse me if I said that wrong, Ashish Birla, says the process will actually result in a transaction with lower cost and volatility than fiat. We asked our customers, and using XRapid, the volatility that our end customer are using, the XRapid end customers are using, is only a few seconds. And so we asked them a few seconds of XRP volatility. How do you feel about that? And overwhelmingly, they said, listen, I will take a few seconds of XRP volatility versus holding Mexican pesos for weeks or months like I have to. Because the volatility of a few seconds of XRP versus the volatility of a week holding a local currency is a huge difference. They'll take the seconds in XRP any day. Now, although the real world success of impact of XRapid remains to be seen, Ripple and its partners have been testing XRapid in a series of cross-border pilot tests around the globe. In one test between the US and Mexico, Ripple says financial institutions using XRapid saved 40 to 70% on what they would have typically paid foreign exchange brokers. Think about that. That's incredible money. That's a lot of money that they're making. They've been making for years. Okay? Probably decades, and depending on how old the bank is, centuries. I mean, is that crazy to say? I mean, maybe not. That's a lot of money. All right. All right. 7% on what they would have typically paid foreign exchange brokers. That figure translates to 12 to 21 billion in savings each year. The launch of XRapid is on the horizon, according to a number of leaders at Ripple, including Ripple's head of regulatory regulations for Asia Pacific and Middle East, Sagar Sarbhay. Man, I'm just butchering these names, so I apologize. Ripple owns 60% of the total supply of XRP. Okay? Ripple's the company, XRP is the product. All right? I believe I'm saying that correctly. Again, if you disagree with anything I'm saying, hit me up. That's the point of this. All right? With 91% of that investment locked in escrow. So, here's the deal. XRP, by the end of the year, is probably going to blow up. You know, you got many different people saying it's going to hit $10, $25, $289, $589. Who knows? Because here's the deal. Here's the one thing I don't understand. You have a massive company like Coinbase. Okay. Coinbase has been making every excuse in the world not to list one of the oldest, most vetted cryptocurrencies out there. XRP, Ripple. They will not add it to the exchange. Why? Don't know why. I don't know what background that's involved with the legalities of, adding certain cryptocurrencies. But why would you go and try to talk about adding the 50th, the 30th? Why were you going to add those types of cryptocurrencies like Oxcoin? And, let's go to they're talking about adding, where is OX? It's 26th and, no. And Ontology, which, by the way, I'm a fan of Ontology, so I'm not hating nobody. And Decred, all these ones. Zencash, I'm another fan of that. But why not add the top cryptocurrencies, man? What are you doing? Because as soon as XRP, as soon as this would hit a major exchange, which, by the way, there are major exchanges, don't get me wrong. Matter of fact, Bittrex is going to add XRP. That's going to be freaking huge. It's already on Binance. I believe it's on Poloniex. Don't quote me on that. But Bittrex is soon at it. Matter of fact, if not, by next month, Bittrex will have XRP, or by the end of this month. All right. But if Coinbase were to add this at a 54-cent cost, let me tell you something. XRP would probably go to $1.50 overnight because people are going to destroy. They're going to order so much of it. It's going to be incredible. I don't know if they can handle the orders. And it's not just because a lot of people don't realize what XRP or Ripple's about. They know Coinbase, right? So think about it. You go to Coinbase, you see Bitcoin, you see Ethereum, you see Litecoin, you see Ethereum Classic, right? Man, I may not have enough money to get a large amount. When they say a 54-cent XRP, see, and again, it has nothing to do with education. They're just going to go for the cheapest one. They're going to buy as much of it as they can, which is fine. But once they realize what it is and what the potential is, oh my God. Put yourself in that position. If you can get some Ripple, you can get some XRP, get as much of it as you can and sit on it. HODL. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with the term, that means hold on for dear life. HODL it. Buy as much as you can and hodl it. Please do that. And FOMO, if you don't know what that, God, I forget the name of what I'm trying to say. If you don't know what that means, FOMO means fear of missing out. Don't let me or anyone else FOMO you into buying anything that you're not comfortable with. Do your research. But what I am telling you is this. I've done a lot of research. I've been involved in the cryptocurrency market for a little while now. And I'm going to tell you right now, XRP is soon to be something special. Do not miss it. If you miss it, you're hurting yourself. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to wrap this up because I could ramble on. I can talk about, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin all day long. Here's the deal. I told you earlier I was going to leave a link in the description. I'm going to try to leave a couple links. One is going to be for Westland Storage, which is an awesome site to get more cryptocurrency. Basically, it's a global real estate company that you can partake in. And how you fund partaking in it is through giving you some cryptocurrency. And they will pay you 1% every day of the amount of cryptocurrency you deposit. Pretty cool. Now, do not know how long the company will last. So if that's what you're wondering, I don't know. And don't blame me for you losing money if that's the case. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. If you want to do it, if you want to check it out, Westland Storage, I will leave a link and you can check it out. You do your research. Also, if you do not have an exchange account like a Bittrex or Binance or anything like that, I'm going to at least leave a link to one of them in the description. Sign up, get educated. Do not miss out. This is a chance. Cryptocurrencies give everyone an equal opportunity to partake in life-changing money, potentially. So don't miss that boat. When that boat sails off, don't be on the mainland. Talking about, wait for me. We were waiting for you, but you took too long. All right. Somebody once told me, don't let paralysis of analysis stop you from making a good decision. Just act. Hell, you've lost money before, right? What's the worst that can happen? You can't tell me you haven't lost money before. But every time you go to a movie theater, you lose money. because they bash you over the head at the concession stand. You pay about $70 for popcorn and a drink. Once the popcorn and drink's gone, where's the money? You ain't got nothing else to show for it, right? You could potentially have a lot to show for that amount of money just doing what I told you. Think about that. Let that process. All right. Hey, that's it, Bitcoin J. Remember, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Okay. And like the freaking video, please. I need to get my subs up. Help a brother out. See you on the next video.